is a bass. Got him. Oh, that's a giant. We're going to a new lake. New lake vibes. What is up, MFers? I'm pumped for today. It's exciting, new scenery, hitting a new lake that I've been wanting to hit for a real long time. And for some reason I just haven't. It's a few hours away from my house, but most good lakes I fish are a couple hours away from my house. And there was some giant fish weighed in there this winter. And I know there's a lot of good fish weighed there all year long. So we're gonna go check it out. Kind of a mid-sized lake, a lot of docks. I think it might be more stained water, a lot of standing timber. And probably some post-spawn fish, maybe some still late spawners, or hopefully some early summer fish. I don't really know. I'm gonna go there and do my thing, and we'll see how to break it down. Hey, let's bring back MF for the day. MF for the day is right down there below. If you guys want to be the MF for the day, have your comment featured at the bottom of the screen in a future video. Very simple. Drop a comment on this video. Maybe let me know what type of videos you want to see moving forward, any video ideas you may have, and hit the subscribe button. That's simple. Either Coleslaw or I will pick out a comment we like right down below, and we will add it to a future video if you are the MFer of the day. But got about a half hour left of driving, and I'll catch you guys at the ramp. Okay, just got the boat launched. Looks like a lot of docks, actually some deeper water than I expected. I'm gonna kind of scan around and get a feel for the lake on some of these points, hoping that some of these bass have moved out, that we can crank them, drag them, stuff like that. But if not, as you can see, we got docks galore to flip up, and back in some of these creeks might be some fry gutters, even if there's enough habitat and bait around, some big females still back there after they spawn. Low light conditions today, supposed to be some scattered thunderstorms, and so gonna have the rain gear out, and they should be pretty bitey today. Okay, let's go fishing. And it's raining out here, so I just scanned the entire lake. I only found one point that really looked like it had a lot of good fish on it, and it's actually not this point, but I idled through a bunch of timber that took me forever, so we'll go back to that one later. For now, I'm gonna scan around and see if I can find some fish in this timber. As you guys can see, let me just pan around a little bit. It's kind of timbers galore out here, so a lot of times it's hard scanning on side scan and down imaging to see these fish that are set up in the timbers. So looks like we actually got some on the forward face here. See if we can get them to bite on some. I'm starting with a little line through. I'm gonna mix in the glide bait. I'm gonna drag around, maybe a big spoon. I don't know, there's a lot of bait, so I'm thinking maybe the big spoon might cause some to skadoosh it. Oh yeah, that is a bass. Okay. Okay. That's a giant too. Didn't even know if that was a damn bass. Woo! Yeah, son. Yeah, son. Look at that big old girl. It's about to be a meat fest. And look where he got it. Yep. This could get weird in a good way. A good weird. Big old girl. Hell yeah. Throw that one on the scale quick just to see. I think that's a 6. Clear scale. Nope, I lied. 738. Yahtzee. And here comes the rain. I just got to this lake. That's the first bite. A 738. Okay. All right. Guys, that was nuts. I don't know if you saw how I worked my bait, but that fish was following it when I was just reeling it slow. But as soon as I started picking up speed and kind of fishing it erratic, that fish crushed it. So what I'm really thinking I'm gonna do here in a second, put that big old Magnum flutter spoon on. Things could get nutty. I mean, that's a really hit or miss bite though. It's either gonna be on fire or they're not even gonna act like it exists. You never really know what kind of day it's gonna be when you get to the lake.
What I do know is there's some big fish swimming around here. Like, those are both bigger than the mark I just had. That one there. I'm gonna throw my little swim bait to that really quick. We'll see how he reacts. Might even be a hair jig type situation. You guys know I like the old heron jig, especially since I haven't gotten to toss them much this year yet. But this doesn't look like much. I'm out in the middle of the lake, it looks like, on my chest cam here, because it's so wide, like I always tell you guys. But actually fishing a point with timber mixed in. Okay, Mr. Spoon. We'll see if you're the guy they want. I think, yeah, I might be. I hope. Oh, there's two chasing it already. Big ones. Come on. Get it. Oh, I had one. No. Okay. Put the other nasty bait on too. The old Mr. Heron jig. This place is ridiculous. That was awesome. Oh my goodness, things are about to get crazy, I think. This is the first spot of the first point. Yeah, probably didn't just drop down on the only spot that's got them. So that's cool. Don't hate that. Let's see what the thoughts are on the hair jig. A lot of timber for a hair jig right here, so that's a little sketchopotamus. I'm willing to risk it for the bigs, you know what I'm saying? God, I almost wonder about a deep crank through here. This fish just, they're being sneaky, trying to be sneaky. It's hard to be sneaky when they're this big. Deep crankbait? Yeah, let's try a deep crank. What would we do? Is that a bass? Yeah, that's a bass. I mean, it's like a bass, just smaller anyway. Just dragging him behind the crankbait like, get off there, grass. Yeah, it's a fish. Well, it's cool, I guess. I'm seeing shad splashing up there though, which means things could get weird up there too. I haven't even picked my head up since we got to this spot to see what it could be even out there, and I look up and there's shad breaking up shallower on the point. And there's big fish up there too. There's a lot of timber though, so sketchy to be cranking it a little bit. Oh no! How the f did he come off? Just fired the jerkbait in there. There's a little group of schooler looking guys. That actually didn't feel like a terrible fish. Some of them are small, but definitely not tiny. There we go. Oh, I think I just got him sideswiped weird. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It looks like a decent fish, but he's swiped weird at it. And we hooked him in the noggin. Hi, Mr. Noggin Hook. Still on the first spot, guys. Still just fishing the first point. The big fish are being so weird, wise to me. The first time I threw past them with that swim bait, and they're not all just staying in the same spot. They're staying in the same general vicinity, but they're swimming around. First time through there, blasted that one. And every time since, they've been so hot. The bait they've really been hottest on has definitely been the big Magnum spoon. I've thrown the hair jig and they follow it a little bit. Nothing crazy. Throw the crankbait and they act like it's just, I don't know, they know it's not a natural bait, I guess. And they're just not in the mood to react to something right now for whatever reason. I'm gonna try to pick some of them off of this jerk bait though, now that I know they will eat it. So far, I'm just like kind of blown away by some of the big fish I'm seeing, but they're being super sneaky. I don't know if they're just so early off the spawn that they don't want to commit to anything or what, but that first spot I fished, I probably saw 8 to 12 fish that were 6 to 11, 12 pounds. Just nuts. So needless to say, we're gonna be fishing a lot more points, and I just scanned a shallow point and got there's a big old brush pile on it, so I think we need to mix some brush into. That can be a spot that they get on really good right after the spawn. Something I didn't mention is we only got like an hour and a half to fish because I'm going to fish a little solo night big fish tournament right after this at another lake, so we gotta put her on the trailer and head that way. But we need to get a few more big fish. This so far has been a really good day. Well, that one looks to be over 10. Let's see. Big glide to her, but I doubt it because oh my god, no! No! Another giant fish on the giant bait. No! He freaking crushed it. There he goes. Got him. Oh, that's a giant. Get down. Don't you jump it, girl. Oh, fuck. We're gonna have to grab her. Don't jump off. Don't jump off. Yes. Whew. Oh, man. That was too much fun right there. Look at that thing. Big old head. Whew. That was dangerous. That was a scary catch right there. But he wasn't coming off. She wasn't coming off ever. Had her freaking pinned. Her and another one chased the hinkle up out of that brush pile. Oh man, that was fun. I just had one. I mean, you guys aren't gonna believe this. You're really not. But I just had one that was at least a couple pounds bigger than this. Chase it forever to the boat. Let's get a weight on this one. I think it's a hair bigger than the last one. That's almost a sibling. 7. Is it the exact same weight? No, it's a little heavier. 740. Like 200ths bigger on the glide. Hell yes. How badass is that? You guys know these days just don't happen this often. Look at that giant bass. It was a freaking chore getting her in. Got the net stuck in my rod tip. I'm gonna make that unstuck now. There was like 4 more this size in that damn brush pile. This place is nuts. Let's get back in there. Well, the old chest camera battery pack's being stupid, but another probably 6.5 just came out of this brush pile. Ate the hinkle, and there was 4 with him, so I'd like to think that I might be able to catch another one. Hell yeah. Get back in there. Okay, we got time for one more spot. We're gonna go back to the brush pile where I caught that fish when my chest cam wasn't on. It was just in the back. Today has been epic, and honestly, from talking to a couple locals here, I think it's strictly because these fish have not seen these big baits. It just makes a huge difference when they've never seen them before. They just haven't seen very many. And they actually said that those 2 guys, neither of them have caught anything over 2 pounds. So I know I haven't caught a ton, but I've had a crazy amount of bites and seen a crazy amount of those 6, 7, up to 10 or 11 pound fish. And a lot of them have followed, blasted it, just didn't get hooked for whatever reason. But I haven't really talked about this much since we first released it. If you guys want to go out and you want to start getting these bites and seeing these fish and getting these follows like other people on the lake aren't getting, you're going to need some specific equipment for it. And we just released this American series from 6 Sense. This is the Mag Glide version. It's an extra heavy 7'11" rod, and it's the best rod I've ever used for these baits in the 5 to 8 ounce range. And that sweet spot is probably right about where this bait is, about 6 to 6.5 ounces. Perfect rod for the Hinkle shad, perfect rod for the depths 250, eye slide 262. The biggest highest of the S waivers. The draw, really, it's a great rod for the 6-inch draw too. It loads up so well, both when you launch that bait out there and when you set the hook. It launches this bait literally like it's nothing, and it's a 6-ounce bait. Before, when I was throwing it on lighter rods, I got worn out. A lot of you guys know from maybe my Advil Tylenol popping in some past videos, my shoulder is completely messed up from playing bass. All my rotator cuff ligaments are just completely toast. And so when I was throwing this thing on an old rod, it just didn't handle it. You couldn't load the rod up, sling it. What I'm saying is, if you guys want a super badass 100% US made rod, I'll link this one down below. And then of course, teamed up with a Tranx 300 size, 25-pound fluorocarbon. We got one more spot to get. Let's go blast it big. Well, that was a pretty incredible day, especially for being a brand new lake. Obviously caught some good fish, but what you guys didn't see was some absolute madness going on below the water that hopefully we'll be able to capitalize next time. We'll have a little bit more time. I was only out there for like 3 hours. Every spot I put the trolling motor down had fish, so it's totally badass. Filling the boat up right now, heading to the tournament tonight. Hopefully we can make a tournament video out of this. It's a big fish tournament too, so hopefully we can catch one the size that we caught today in the tournament tonight, and the place has got them. Don't forget to comment right down below and become a subscriber, and I will catch you guys very soon, probably tomorrow or the day after that. See you then. Peace.